Oh, there's quite a few plays into this chapter of Clover, as not only have we got one, not two, but three captains getting involved in this whole entire debacle, not to mention finally Noelle's team has finally returned and now they're going to be starting making moves as well. But definitely this chapter was, we need to save as much people as possible, but it is not going well whatsoever. Like, there are bodies hitting the ground no matter where we go, and what better way to start off this chapter is straight off where we see good old Jack the Ripper slicing down that one elf guy like it was nothing, and he just goes in like smiling, and that one elf's like freaking out that that's impossible, and like Yami taking advantage of this is like, you're not thinking properly right now and all that, like you should be paying attention like that. It's like, I caught someone sleeping, goes in, takes that guy straight out, and then the other two try and go and finish off Yami and Jack, and he's like, yeah, saw this coming on that, and they're like, pin roll, and he's like, yeah, got it, like, and immediately teleports both Jack and Yami at the same time, and he's like, I knew already what was going to be happening, so I pulled out these two, and both of them come back in. Yami comes in through a second swipe, Jack comes in to take him out. I'm like, look at this, like, these two working like a tree, and there's this, like, really creepy face of, like, Jack, where he's, like, laughing at him. He's like, you did good, run, like that. You're like, not bad for a little shit. Hey, you know, Yami, I might be taking this kid. I could use him for some, like, very maniacal shit. And it's like, no, we gotta, he's my boy, he's my delivery service, get out of there. And it's like, look, we gotta focus on right now. We need to kind of get, like, focusing on with, like, Gabba, because they hear explosions and stuff like that. As we see on one side of the family, we get to see the Silver residents, and people are getting murdered left, right, and center about this. He's like, what is going on right now and then? It's just like, especially like when we see like which by the way people point out with the Golden Dawn, especially who exactly that girl is, and especially that she's like doing the whole little tilt glasses thing as well, and like kind of how they exactly acting, and it's like, oh, Klaus's one is like, people are saying that that's Klaus's sister. Like, people are already saying that is, like, who that is. And to be fair with, like, the whole family, like, I'm going as well, like, by that, it's like, comparing it to, like, Klaus, and, like, let's have a look at Fagolion and Leo, who have pretty much similar, same designs for the most part. Same thing when we go look at Nebra, Nozzle, like, Solid, and Noelle. Like, normally they keep some sort of little trope or some part of their design. Like, one thing that I saw as well, like, Nebra's outfit design, they're like, without the cloak, it is exactly the same as Noelle's design. Like, it's pretty much the same outfit. Is that what they just have, like the noble Maz? And like, even as well, it's like, as much as it is, I was like, if there was other little hints and all that to put onto it, it's like, no, it's like that's not an interesting thing where it's like, we're gonna find out later. I'm sure it's gonna be a little side thing where it's like, oh, that's like Klaus's sister or like cousin or something on the man. I'm like, oh, the thing is, and I was like, it is quite terrifying to look at, because the fact that we can use this, it's not just redirecting like powers and all that, it can use the needle of the compass as well as a weapon, and we see how shitty people are in the Nozzle family, and it's just like, why, like, isn't this the King's Castle? You know, I just came here to, like, curry favor and suck up to the to the Silver family, and how did it come to this? And this, like, this piece of shit nobleman, like, or merchant, grabs this maid, and he's like, commoner, shield me, you low class are supposed to be serving us, and he just gets straight up just killed like that. The girl is freaking her minds out, and is like, no, I ain't having no substitute like that. And unfortunately the girl gets, like, taken out as well, where it's like, well, we'll kill everyone no matter path we take. I suppose it matters not. Which cuts us to Nebra and Nozzle, which, those two shitheads, which is like, how dare you and all that, like, you do this to me, sister, I'm never gonna forgive you for this. And like, you get to see, like, Nebra's like, well, she's like, swirling her drink and all that. Well, what a pitiful sight that you losing to Noelle. Like, you just got careless, bro. Like, maybe next time and all that, you should kind of work on it. And like, even when she's like there, like, kind of like nursing the back to her member, is like, what is up with this noise? And it's like, what is going on? And then this piece of shit just comes in, is like, wait, why is Golden Dawn member up here and all that? What are you doing in my, like, room right now? And it's just like, I've come here personally to kill you. And Nero just says, alright, no time to joke right now, let's go in. And she just pulls in and all that. You shouldn't run your mouth off like that with your royal, and just goes straight in and does these mist clones and all that, because she knows immediately this girl's power is huge. We need to take care of that right now. Alright then, I'm doing a bunch of these clones just to build some defenses before I go in there. And we see with this compass magic, it just straight went for Nebra straight away, the real body. And I don't know if we're going to be having that, but this is going to be an interesting thing for Noelle to come back to, seeing that one of her shitty pieces of crap family is down and out. Now, I don't think this character is dead per se. It would be definitely a nice, interesting fall, because they are going to arrive, and who else is going to arrive but Nozzle and Noelle? And like with seeing with like these two, is like, oh shit, her big sister just got taken out and all that, and it's just like she got literally one-shotted, like no joke. And it's like, this is how pitiful she is compared to this person. It's like, to this fucking elf, like someone that's like who's clearly showing their stuff right now, like with their power, is like they're clearly a serious business, but it's like, oh, so now we know who's exactly dealing with like the Sis Klaus, I'll say, like who's dealing with this character. And it's like, oh, and we see that as they arrive, it's like, well, the reinforcements arrived. They've taken over like the entire, like, as like the whole stronghold is there with them, and it's like, oh look, a little bird is coming too. And we see right there, we see Mimosa, we see Noelle, we see Kirsch and Nozzle all going in. It's like, we can't let the castle fall and all that. And it's like, well, welcome back, nobles and all that. Let's see what you got up sleeve. So luckily, you know, you got Mimosa there who can take care of the wounded, who can actually like deal with that. Kirsch has some shit up his sleeve that he can do, and then you got, well, Noelle mainly being more her defense or supportive role that we've seen her do it, but she has got her offense abilities. And then you just got Nozzle, who's like, alright, let me clear this, like, crack the thing is like, let me just take care of some fucking problems right now. I need to deal with that. So I think it's safe to assume that Nozzle is going to be dealing with one of them, maybe with Noelle by then side. Interesting note though that we are going to be having a color page next week and all that, so I'm very much looking forward to that as well, because we haven't actually had one for Clover for a while. Like, definitely is like, I think it's been a good like month or so, or two and all that, since like we had quite a rapid succession of them for a while with Black Clover, with the introduction of new series as well, a bunch of anime announcements and all that, like a lot of them going by and all that. And I think even like My Hero hasn't been getting quite a few and all that as much as it used to. It's same thing with Haikyuu, so a bunch of other series have been getting it recently, which I'm kind of glad and all that, because it's like, not those the same ones that I get in the whole life, but it's like, it's nice to see like color page and all that. I always like seeing like what they got in sleeves. But definitely like a very weird team of Team Nozzle, Noelle, Kirsch and Mimosa. But then again, it's like the two Vermilions here, there, same thing to be said as well with like the two with Noelle's family as well, with the Silvers. Which one thing as well, like a lot of people I noticed as well was getting a little bit confused about, is like how it's like Mimosa like a Vermilion compared to, I believe it is the father of Fagolion, Leo, and Meadow is their father is the brother to Mimosa's, who is Mimosa's father, and obviously as well with Kirsch is in that family too. I believe he is. I don't think he's Mimosa's I believe it's Mimosa's cousin, but like it's sort of flows around there. It's like there's so many fucking nobles and all that in mix there, and I believe Mimosa's mother is the sister to Acia, which is Noelle's mother, which obviously had Nozzle, Nebra, Solid, and then finally her and all that. And I believe the only person that we haven't met out of the Silver family, I think, is the father. So we might actually be seeing Daddy Silver sometime soon, which I'm curious to see what kind of piece of shit he is, considering that we look at fucking Nozzle and Nebra, like Solid and all that, like we see like all these guys and all that, and it's like, I mean, out of all of them, like Solid is probably like the biggest piece of shit out of all of them and all that, and Nozzle is fine. Like honestly, I say that, but it's like Nozzle's the strongest, and he clearly like has like he holds a grudge against Noelle, but he can clearly see that she's growing and she isn't completely useless now. So there's that, and I think this is going to give another sign to say, like, hey, fuck you, and, like, even against, like, all the grudges and all that, Noelle is actually going out of the way to help her family. So this is going to, if anything, this is probably the best time to maybe fix that relationship, like, even after, like, how, especially in all that with, like, all of them and all that, like, how they've been spending, because, like, again, I look forward to seeing a little bit more of them, like, especially now that, like, we've seen characters like Charlotte, where she's, like, in an elf form, and it's like, if someone like Klaus's sister can do something like this on this manner level, it's like, oh, be careful, because there's one bit that I always get remembered, although at least with Nozzle, and it's that bit where he, like, walks up to Noelle, and he is just straight, like, his pure, like, magical energy is just ripping, like her to shreds, and it's, like, destroying her. She's, like, scared for her life for the most part of this, but I thought this was a fine chapter. I think a nice little thing to add in there, like, finally we're getting these characters back. I'm curious to see what Noelle is going to be doing, especially with Mimosa, and again, I'm not a big Kirsch fan, like, for the most part, or Kirsch, or however you're supposed to pronounce his name, but it's like, I want to see like, I feel like we were teased for a while that Nozzle was going to get his time to shine, and it's like, we've seen what Fagolion can do. Especially now, we need to see that these two are like rivals. I want to finally see what exactly more that he can do, because the tiniest bit that we got to see of him was the bit when he was fighting one of the Third Eye, and like he can show, he can pull his weight. Like, we do know that about him, that he has like this ability, and he can make a giant silver eagle flow down and all that. It's like, we know where he's at the moment, like power level. Is like, we haven't had a full demonstration though. It's just been pretty much guessed of for the most part. Same thing said with, like, we've seen what Charlotte can do, and especially now we know that Jack is, no matter what, like, what he is, and like, he's a very simplistic kind of person with his grimoire, but it's like, he can change the properties of his blades. Like, he is a serious competitor as well, so I want to see more of these captains now, see like what they can finally do. But that is all for me. Thank you as always for watching. Let me know what you guys think of the chapter in the comment section down below, and I'll see you guys though next time.